Alright folks, coming up next, our first tag team match of the evening, and it is a killer. The Great Khali, the Punjabi Nightmare, and the Human Wrecking Machine Zeus joining forces again to face Hawk and Animal, the Road Warriors.
This next tag team contest set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, accompanied by Eric Bischoff, at a combined weight of 656 pounds, the team of the Great Khali and the Human Wrecking Machine Zeus.
Eric Bischoff and his only two clients have racked up a pretty significant number of wins and earned them a tag team championship match recently. And while they didn't win that one, Zeus and Khali have definitely been on the upward climb lately. Question is, do they have what it's gonna take to take down Hawk and Animal? I don't really see them pulling it off against possibly the greatest tag team in the history of our sport.
Me neither, but we shall see.
Their opponents from Chicago, Illinois, at a combined weight of 575 pounds, here are Hawk and Animal, the Road Warriors.
Maybe two of the meanest things ever to come out of the city of Chicago. Hawk and Animal, the Road Warriors, multi-time tag team champions everywhere they have ever competed. High impact, high power all the way. And they've got a tall order against them tonight, against Zeus and the Great Khali, although Hawk and Animal don't look terribly worried, I gotta say.
Trained by the legendary Eddie Sharkey, Hawk and Animal are still, pound for pound, one of the toughest tag teams in all of pro wrestling, and they don't scare, ever. Eric Bischoff signed his boys to this match. Fine and well and good, but if he thought their size and power would intimidate the Road Warriors, the guy should have his head examined.
What for? They'd never find anything in there. Zeus and Khali versus the Road Warriors. Man, this is going to be one of their toughest challenges yet. The Great Khali and Road Warrior Hawk starting this match off. Referee Tom Kanamura rings the bell, and here we go. Hawk shoved away by Khali. A shoulder tackle doesn't take Hawk down. He's going to try for a bear hug instead. A submission this early is never going to work. Road Warrior Hawk tags him with a couple of elbows. Follows that up with a double ear clap, and he's loose again. Running boot doesn't even take Khali down. Damn, look at this. The Great Khali with Road Warrior Hawk all the way up. Oh man, military press drops center ring to Road Warrior Hawk as he turns it over to the Human Wrecking Machine Zeus. Hawk fails to connect with the clothesline. A cheap shot from the Great Khali. Zeus and Hawk tussle. Whoa, the choke toss doesn't quite find it. There's a running kick from Hawk. He's got him up, inverted atomic drop to the lower regions. A headbutt takes Zeus down to the canvas. And here comes Road Warrior Animal on the tag. Animal takes a kick to the face from Zeus. Clubbing overhand right. He rounds him up from behind. German release suplex from the Human Wrecking Machine. And he steps out and tags in the Great Khali again. The Punjabi Nightmare moves in. Catches a boot, but still isn't taken down. Damn! A knee to the midsection. Animal whips Khali to the rope. Hip toss. Takes him down. Animal goes for the cover. One. Not even a one. Road Warrior Animal returns to work here. A series of hard right hands to the head of the Punjabi Nightmare. Road Warrior Animal turns it over to Hawk. Both teams tagging very efficiently. This match is going to be a popular. Whoa! Running clothesline from Hawk. Running drop kick takes Khali down to the canvas again. A hard kick to the back to the Great Khali. And one more time, here comes Animal again. The Great Khali outside on the apron. Road Warrior Animal charges. Fails to connect with the shoulder tackle. The Great Khali steps over the top rope. A clothesline takes him down for sure, though. A stomp to the midsection from Road Warrior Animal. Zeus begging for the tag here. But Animal putting the boots to the leg of the Great Khali. Khali with a hard right. Elbows to the midsection to Road Warrior Hawk from the Great Khali. The Punjabi Nightmare rounds him up and oh man, what a slam face first into the canvas. Khali steps out. Here comes Zeus again. Eric Bischoff, very big on his one and only tag team lately, and they have been racking up their share of wins recently. A headbutt from Road Warrior Animal. Animal has him up in a front cradle, but a shift of the weight quickly turns that around, and Zeus has Animal on the canvas, follows it up with big boots right to the face. Here's a quick cover and a hook of the leg, one. But nope. Road Warrior Animal finds his way out of the pin. Double ear clap from Zeus doesn't really do much. Zeus whipped to the corner. Animal fails to connect with the running splash. Zeus misses with his charge. Floating overhand right from Animal, followed up with a stomp to the back. And here comes Road Warrior Hawk again. Man, these teams, just amazing. Here we go. Animal whipped to the corner by Zeus. He charges, running splash, takes Animal down to the canvas. And now Zeus turns it over to the Great Khali again. Running clothesline. Takes Hawk down. Running basement dropkick takes him down again. And Hawk rolls to the outside. The Great Khali up on the top turnbuckle. A big old chop to the top of the head of Road Warrior Hawk. Hawk counters with a dragon screw. Referee already counting. Hawk rounds him up. Kick to the midsection and a DDT on the floor face first. Ow. Man. Okay. Road Warrior Hawk catches a knee to the midsection. Counters with a knee to the midsection. Takes himself back inside the ring. Oh, look at this. Hawk going after Zeus, but it was no good. The Great Khali on Dream Street. Referee counting. Road Warrior Hawk rounded up by Zeus and driven into the ring steps. The Great Khali still stunned. Eric Bischoff looking on like, what the hell's going on here? A counter from Hawk. Zeus returns to his corner. Animal catches a shoulder from the Great Khali. Hawk with a kick to the midsection to Zeus on the outside. The referee begging him to get back in there, but no good. Oh man, Zeus smashed into the apron and to the side of the ring. The Great Khali charges, fails to connect with the shoulder tackle. Hawk back inside the ring, they lock up. Khali whips Hawk to the ropes, back body drop to Road Warrior Hawk. Down he goes center ring. The Great Khali rounds him up again. Sets him up for another bear hug center ring. No ropes to get to. Tom Kanemaru watching the thing carefully. Road Warrior Hawk one more time with elbows to the side of the head of the Great Khali. Gets himself free from the bear hug. Running DDT. Takes the Punjabi Nightmare down to the mat again. Road Warrior Hawk moves in. Hawk escorts Khali to his team's corner. Head first into the turnbuckle goes the Great Khali. Here's a tag to Road Warrior Animal. Here comes a double team from the Road Warriors. Up on the middle rope. A double axe handle to the arm. Zeus getting directly involved. Look at this. Animal says, here, how you like a taste of your own medicine? There's a bear hug for you. And then he rounds up. Oh, man, the Great Khali into a bear hug center ring. And the Great Khali flailing. The referee checking things out. Road Warrior Animal squeezing for all he's worth. But the Great Khali, taking a page out of their own book, counters and escapes the bear hug. Khali locks up Animal. Escorts him towards his team's corner. Head first into the turnbuckle. He goes. Here's a tag to Zeus. Here comes a double team. A kick to the ribs from the Human Wrecking Machine. They lock up. Knee to the midsection from Zeus to Animal. Animal gathered up over the shoulder. Tossed towards the corner. There's a stomp to the head from Zeus. Zeus, one more time, putting the boots to Road Warrior Animal. Animal gathered up again by Zeus. Kick to the midsection. Has him up. And whoa, whatever the hell kind of suplex that was different. It sure seemed to do the job, though. The Great Khali watching as Zeus takes himself to the top turnbuckle. Here we go. Diving headbutt to Road Warrior Animal. Animal's motionless. This could be bad right here. One. Road Warrior Hawk there to save his partner. The Great Khali catches a knee to the midsection from Hawk. Zeus delivers a kick to the midsection to Hawk. Has him up over the shoulders for the powerbomb, and there it is. Road Warrior Animal finally snaps out of it, gets back inside the ring. Zeus waiting for him. There's a right that spins Animal around. He goes behind on Road Warrior Animal. Takes him down with an inverted DDT. Both Road Warriors laid out at the present time. All the advantage to Zeus and Khali. A right from Animal. A right from Zeus. A collision with no result. A right and a left from Animal. He's got him up. Rib breaker to the human wrecking machine as Animal goes for the pin here. One. Oh, Zeus, showing some uncharacteristic ring awareness, reached out for that rope hot, quick, and in a hurry. Wow. Road Warrior Animal stalking the human wrecking machine. He tags in the great Khali. Khali with a karate chop to the head of Road Warrior Animal, and Animal's laid out. The great Khali starts twisting the head and neck of Road Warrior Animal. Trying to unscrew his head, slams him down to the canvas, follows that up with a stomp to the midsection. Khali all on his own, drops a knee into the back of Animal. No Zeus for an assist here. Khali quickly going for a pin. 1, 2. On near fall, but Animal getting the left shoulder up in time. The great Khali stalking Road Warrior Animal here. Has him up, double choke lift, but a gouge of the eyes from Road Warrior Animal. Animal goes behind on the great Khali, hard shot to the back. Goes behind on him again, delivers another one. Whips the great Khali to the ropes, and an elbow takes Khali down to the mat. The great Khali now on the canvas and taking quite a beating at the hands of Road Warrior Animal, who turns it over to Road Warrior Hawk. And the great Khali still isn't up yet. Here he goes. Hawk right there waiting for him. Tries for the neck breaker, gets shoved away by the great Khali. Running clothesline, swings and misses. Animal with another inverted atomic drop to the lower regions. Here's another cover and a hook of the leg. 1, 2. Wow, this match has been on fire already. Almost halfway over and still no sign of a winner. Hawk caught from behind by the great Khali before he can make a tag. Here's a headbutt to the back of the head of Road Warrior Hawk. The great Khali slams him down the canvas again, preventing the tag. Khali drives a knee into the head of Road Warrior Hawk. A cheap shot from Animal. From the outside, the great Khali decides maybe he's had enough. He's going to turn it over to Zeus, but a clothesline prevents the tag here. A cheap shot from Zeus. Zeus begging for the tag, and here it is. It is too late. Here comes the human wrecking machine. Running boot fails to connect for Hawk. Hawk catches the shoulder tackle from Zeus. Eric Bischoff rallying the troops here. German release suplex from Zeus to Road Warrior Hawk. Here comes the great Khali again on the tag. Hawk back up on his feet. Locks it up with Khali, gets a hold of him, whips him over the top rope, out onto the floor at the feet of the human wrecking machine. Hawk tries for the shoulder tackle on Zeus, but no dice. He quickly countered. The great Khali makes his way back in. Hawk with a running DDT, dropping the great Khali on the top of that big old head. Clubbing overhand right from Road Warrior Hawk as he steps out and turns it over to Animal again. The great Khali back to a standing position here. Running boot fails to find the mark. The great Khali whips him to the ropes. A collision with no result. Clothesline fails to find the mark. Khali smashes Animal's head into the corner turnbuckle. Here comes Zeus again. Another double team. Another kick to the ribs for Road Warrior Animal as the human wrecking machine takes over one more time. He's going to try for that bear hug, this time on Animal. Tom Kanemaru keeping an eye on things, but here comes Road Warrior Hawk to break up the submission. The great Khali gets a hold of Hawk, whips him over the top rope out onto the floor. Road Warrior Animal rolls to the outside. The human wrecking machine making a beeline for Animal. And here he comes, running. Facebuster from Zeus. Come on. Zeus rolls Animal inside. Zeus makes his way to the top turnbuckle. Animal's laid out center ring. Here we go. Another diving headbutt right to the midsection of Road Warrior Animal. Zeus calling for a possible choke slam here. Here's the Goozle. He's got him by the throat. Here's a DDT from Hawk to the great Khali. A running DDT to Zeus from Animal. This match, crazy. All the way up on the top turnbuckle. Here comes Animal, waiting for Zeus to stand himself on up. Here we go. Whoa. Flying clothesline. Here's a cover from Animal. 1, 2. Another near fall. Zeus getting that shoulder all the way up so the ref could see it. Eric Bischoff monitoring the situation from outside. So far hasn't really interfered too much. Here comes Road Warrior Hawk again. Locks it up with Zeus. Zeus whips him to the ropes. Running clothesline. Takes Hawk down to the canvas. Here's another quick cover from the human wrecking machine. 1. Only just a 1. The great Khali nowhere to be seen at the present time. He is on his own. The human wrecking machine with a couple of clubbing rights and a headbutt to Road Warrior Hawk. Here's a stomp. The Great Khali back at his tag corner. A right, a left, and a toss across the ring to Road Warrior Hawk from the Human Wrecking Machine. Zeus rounds him up again. Escorts him towards his team's corner. Hit first into the turnbuckle. Goes Road Warrior Hawk. Hawk counters with an elbow. Catches a cheap shot from the Great Khali. Zeus goes behind on him. Gets him right back into the corner again. Again, Hawk refusing it. Counters with an elbow. Rounds up Zeus. Scoop slams him. And here comes Eric Bischoff, who pretty much doesn't like what he's seeing so far. And Animal giving him a few choice words. Meanwhile, Zeus is still laid out. Hawk returns to work here. Rounds up the Human Wrecking Machine. A kick to the midsection. Sets up the neckbreaker and nails it. Zeus caught all of it. Road Warrior Hawk covers, but a little bit too close to the opposing team's side. The Great Khali right there to break it up. Animal gets a hold of the Great Khali. Hard shot to the midsection. Animal whips Khali to the outside. Road Warrior Hawk tussles with Zeus. Up in a front cradle. Zeus slams him into the turnbuckle and hurls him towards center ring. The Human Wrecking Machine. Look at this. Stomping the hands and fingers of Road Warrior Hawk. And again, the Great Khali nowhere to be seen. Not at his tag corner. Zeus has to do this all by himself so far. And there's a shoulder claw to Road Warrior Hawk from Zeus. Animal seen enough. He comes in and breaks up the hold. Road Warrior Hawk. Slotus gets standing up again. There's a stomp to the chest and a kick to the back from Zeus. Zeus swings and misses, gets a hold of Hawk. Hawk counters it, has him up. One arm slams him. And that took power. Here comes Animal again on the tag. Zeus back to a standing position, center ring. Catches a running DDT on the top of that big old dome. And Animal going to go after Khali too. Brings him back into the ring the hard way. Zeus on the outside collecting himself. Clubbing overhand right to the Great Khali. Animal tags in Hawk again. Zeus back in the ring. Locks it up with Hawk. Catches a knee to the midsection. They lock up again. A knee to the midsection from Zeus. Zeus whips Hawk to the ropes. A clothesline takes Hawk down. The Great Khali has spent a lot of time laid out in this match so far. Road Warrior Hawk on the outside. Animal caught up by Zeus. Beats to the Bodram. 10 shots to the chest. And Road Warrior Animal, he's going to take a fall to the outside when this one's all over. The Great Khali still laid out. What a match. Now both Road Warriors laid out again. Hawk back up on his feet. Zeus with a right and a left. He's got Hawk up. Back body drops him. Animal's laid out. The Great Khali finally back to a standing position here on the inside. An elbow from Road Warrior Hawk. Misses with the running kick. Zeus goes behind on him. Has him up. Scoop, inverted scoop slam. Face first into the floor. Zeus makes his way back in the ring. The ref counting Road Warrior Hawk. Here comes the Great Khali on the tag. Hawk finally back to a standing position. Animal still laid out. What a match we have had here so far. Running shoulder from Hawk. Takes care of Zeus. The Great Khali makes his way back inside the ring. Hawk whips him to the ropes. Gets a hold of him and winds up the arm. And here we go. Hammerlock. A couple of shots to the midsection from the Great Khali. Disengages Hawk. They lock up. A headbutt. Takes Hawk down to the mat. The Great Khali drags Hawk towards center. Thinks he might have a pin maybe. I don't know. Here's a stomp to the face of Road Warrior Hawk. The Great Khali with that vicious karate chop with that big old hand. And now he's going to go for the cover and hook the leg, but Road Warrior Animal right there to break it up before even the count of one. The Great Khali rounds up Hawk again. Double choke lift, and oh man, what a slam. Here's another cover, and again Animal breaks up the pin on the Great Khali. Khali takes a walk on the midsection of Road Warrior Hawk. A kick to the back. Zeus better take himself back to the outside. Meanwhile, the Great Khali counters Hawk with an elbow. Charges. They collide with no result. A throat chop fails to find the mark. An elbow does. Another double choke lift. And he is just strangling Road Warrior Hawk. Animal has to break that one up. The Great Khali gets a hold of Animal. Whips him out to the outside again. Hawk on the outside on the other side of the ring with Zeus approaching. There's a stomp to the leg of Road Warrior Hawk by Zeus. The Great Khali biding his time inside the ring. Eric Bischoff has introduced a chair into the mix, and that ain't good. The Great Khali slowly making his way to the top turnbuckle as the ref gets rid of the chair. Khali makes the dive. There's an elbow across the back of Road Warrior Hawk. Khali rolls him over, goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3. Shut up! I do not believe it. Zeus and the Great Khali have defeated the Road Warriors.
The time, 17 minutes and 56 seconds. Your winners by pinfall, Zeus and the Great Khali.
Guys, we may have just seen the single greatest upset of the evening. Zeus and the Great Khali picking up an almost unbelievable win over the Road Warriors. Eric Bischoff's got to be proud of his boys, but I'm still sitting here with my jaw on the floor. And here's the replay. The Great Khali goes there on Road Warrior Hawk with that elbow across the back, and that was enough for the 1, 2, 3. We'll be right back with more RWL Snarl right after this.